Hi, brother teacher here. I just want to share something with you, an experience that I had not too long ago, about 30 minutes ago. And there's a lesson to be learned in this. Maybe a slight lesson for me, and maybe a substantial lesson for you. I want to start out by saying this: don't accept anything from anyone, especially after you have given them your conditions. Just simply don't do it. What I'm getting at is this: here at my business, I sell lottery, tobacco, grocery, toys, household items, and so forth. But I also have a kiosk where you can pay your phone bill. Now, I've had that for a few months now, and when I had that inserted in my business structure as such, there were conditions that I laid out to the owner of the company, and I told them what I wanted in terms of how I wanted them to bill me for that kiosk being in my facility. And to my recollection, uh, I was told that that would be no problem. In other words, you would take X amount of dollars out of my account for that particular kiosk being in my facility every couple weeks or so. That's not what happened. There was a substantial payment that hit my bank account, my business account, just about a week ago. No problem. But here just today, another substantial payment came out of my account, causing my account to be in the negative. And I didn't know why, so I looked and I found out that it was this company. So apparently they didn't follow my request that I submitted. And mind you, I submitted the request verbally talking to the owner or one of the owners of the company, and I sent them a picture of the contract to them that they left with me with the stipulation on there how I wanted these funds to be removed from my account and going into their account. And then I filled out a physical form because they had an employee come out to service my equipment. And I filled out another form and signed it and put the same stipulation as to how I wanted them to bill my account. But they didn't follow that. They didn't pay attention to that apparently. And quite naturally, as I just said, I had a negative balance in my account today. I'm going to take care of it right now. But the point is, I told you this. If you could not uh, oblige me as far as my request, then I probably would have not used your service in the first place. So the gentleman was very, very polite, very nice. He said, I'll accept full responsibility. I'm with that. That's okay. I have no problem with that. I say, my issue is this: it's called attention to detail. If I told you something and you say you don't remember, and he said he didn't remember me telling him that, I say, but I sent it to you uh, by picture through my phone to your text. And I also sent through your representative a copy of the paper with the same stipulation. I say, you might have been tired, you may have been overworked, or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But the issue is, if I told you what my request or my requirement was for that to work out in my specific business that would benefit me, then you could have said no. But the point is, you did not pay, again, attention to details, causing my account to be overdrawn. So it's like this: when you work in a retail establishment like a Kroger stores, or maybe even Walmart or similar discount stores, you have several different vendors and accounts. If you have a Coca-Cola order and you owe them $500, let's say you can only give them $400 today because of all of the other accounts and vendors that you're dealing with. You'll pull that other $100 from another account and pay them. They've gotten paid, so they have been taken care of. Now, you have taken $100 from another account. So when that comes due, you may pull $50 or $100 or $200 from another account to pay that, because it's just a cyclic thing. And you're dealing with a lot of different vendors. And if you're paying people and you're using money for a specific thing, and you say, well, we don't have it in this particular drawer or this till or in this account at the moment, so we're going to move it over here, robbing Peter to pay Paul, as some people might use that expression. Banks do it all day long. They'll borrow from here, put it here. When it's due, they'll pull from here and put it there. It's just a constant thing that goes on. The same is true with my business. If I need some money to pay a delivery guy that comes to my store, and I take $25 out of my lottery money to pay this delivery guy, let's say, hypothetically speaking, I'll take $25 out of the lottery money and give it to the delivery guy. Now, the lottery is still owed the $25, so by the time the lottery is due, I will have pulled that other $25 from my till, from the money that I make for the day, and pay the lottery. You see how it works. It balances. So this particular company that I was just talking about, it's no different. So if I need money for something else and I pull $50 of that money and put it here, it's going to be replaced by the time that it's due. Long story short, no one paid attention to the contract and the agreement that I sent in. Now, if you have a contract, it's between two parties. It's not unidirectional. It's not a unilateral type of contract. It's not like we say this and that's it and that's all and you have nothing to say, brother teacher, Mr. Stroud. It doesn't work that way. It's supposed to be, okay, sir, here are our terms. We're going to sell you this, and then you'll get this kind of profit and or commission and so forth. And then you agree or disagree. So for it to be a true contract, it has to be an agreement between both parties, or you come to some amiable resolution or solution. So this did not occur with this particular company. Now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave. I went off on this individual. I did. He put me on hold. And he said, we have a new representative that just came in dealing with the financial aspect of the company, or accounts payable and so forth. He put this individual on the phone and he gave me this statement that he'll call me back later and we'll figure out a way to make this work for both of us. But my point is, he was just adding salt to the wound, because my point is, we should have figured this out 2 months ago when I started the service, because it was on the paperwork that I sent him, and it was also verbally told to him, and then it was sent to him by way of a message. So 3 different ways he got this information already. And now all of a sudden, when I bring up an issue that I have, now we'll figure something out. Why didn't you pay attention to it in the first place? I'm not beating up on you, but I am beating up on you at the same time. And as I said, I found myself angry. I don't get angry, but I was actually angry, and it made me had to readjust some things to make this right on my end. So I told him to come and pick his machine up. I said, that's what you can do. We don't need to talk anymore. Come and pick your equipment up, because you did not pay attention to me, one of your clients, one of your customers, if you will. And I was pissed. And I was very firm, very forthright, very professional at the same time. And I'm telling you, it was like I was speaking tongues. I flowed for about a straight 2 minutes without stopping my speech. I did not. I mean, it flowed just that natural from me, expressing to him how disappointed and dissatisfied. I was as a client. So I rethought it after I hung up, and it's been a little over half an hour now, and I may call him back and tell him, I changed my mind. I want to keep the service. But now I would wish that you would pay attention to me from this day forward when I tell you what my requirement is, or what I'm seeking out through your particular service. It's not going to be your way and the highway for me. It doesn't work that way. It's going to be, as I said before, some mutual agreement and or understanding that we have, and it's got to be documented, and this is the way we go from there. So Have you ever been in a situation like this where someone did not follow through with something, uh, an agreement that you had, either verbally, written, or otherwise? Let me know. But I felt bad that I did that, but I really didn't feel bad. I felt bad because it took me sort of out of my character, but it made me feel good at the same time because I was not allowing anyone to take advantage of me. And that's what it would have been. And when he talked to his finance officer, he said, well, what does he have left on the account? And then that young lady said, he has a zero balance. I said, I know I do. I'm not supposed to have a zero balance. Had you paid or taken this money out of my account when you were supposed to take it out, it would have been another couple of weeks, and it would have not been done today, 4 or 5 days later, after you just took the other money out of my account, bringing my account into a negative status. Do you get my point? Anyway, the whole premise of this video is not just simply for Brother Teacher to vent to you, albeit I do feel a little better, but it is to encourage you again to stand for something. Stand on principles. You might be totally wrong, but stand on something. And I learned a long time ago in church, many years ago in the 80s, one pastor up in Dayton, I remember him very well. He said, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. This is Brother Teacher. I hope you have a blessed day or evening, wherever you might be. Look forward to my next video coming out. I'm sure it's going to be something that's going to grab your attention, something that's going to make your life a lot better and maybe perhaps encourage you. I'm out. So long.